Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome once again to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Before you is the fully painted American Spirit. Now, there's a difference between fully painted and done. When I say fully painted, I mean all the red, white, and blue is on it, and all the stickers are on it. It still has many layers of clear coat and the canopy to paint. But this is the overall scheme of the boat. There it is. Bingo. It's painted up. So as I'm getting down to short strokes on this thing, there's not a whole lot to do. And of course, when you reach this point in any project, you start to think, what's next? And I've narrowed it down to 3 projects that could be next. I see you even got a little piece of stainless steel shim stock I'm going to put back there as a simulated exhaust shield to go with the simulated exhaust. Anyway, the next 3 choices of projects I'm going to leave up to you, my viewers. Here are the 3 options. I have my old Campbell shovel from way 20 years ago, back when I built it for LSH, limited spec hydroplane. And it initially ran with a speed 700 motor, but that year they allowed the SV27 motor. So I put the SV27 motor in it and ran it on 4 lipos. That was legit for the class. Well, it sat and gathered dust. The receiver is now an antique and needs to be replaced with something modern. I have a more modern motor installed. It's merely a matter of relocating the ESC, doing a little plumbing, and it would be ready to go. Option number 2 is the smaller version of this that I was going to build into the, what was it, 1994, 1997? It was the all-red Miss Budweiser that had these little rear wings. And the MHZ, the smaller MHZ hull, has a better, more closer to scale outline. This one, of course, is way off, but that's just the way it is. Option number 3 in what Dr. Jet should build next. So when this one's done, and it's just clear coating in the canopy now, and this one's done, I could do the little sister to this. I could do the LSH round nose, which is a round nose roughly the same size, or get a load of this. I've never told anyone, at least on this channel, that I have in my bag of tricks a heretofore uncompleted Gropner Systems catamaran. That was the old black one. Now, I was building this for LSH or LSO, limited spec offshore, when that class died out. And again, it was going to run on a speed 700 and use most of the Gropner hardware. Anyway, I could easily put in a modern motor and speed control. The hardware, I believe it's Fuller's hardware on there, so it's pretty decent hardware. And I could just build it up as a fun-to-run boat. As I recall, those things cornered real well, and I would just build it up to look like the stock systems, you know, black with the gold lettering on it. And just call it good, you know, just have something to knock about in the pond, something bigger that, you know, if the water's choppy and such, you go out there with this and yeah, you know, in my pond, you're not going to get any speed anyway. So build something that like this. It's built. The goal of this is not speed. The goal of this is appearance. It has to look good going slower. Yeah. So, what do you think? You want to see my old LSH boat run? You want to see the miniature version of this run as the Miss Budweiser? Or do you want to see me finish that systems? That would be a lot of work. It would be equivalent to this, although the paint job's pretty easy. It's just black and white. So there you go, boys and girls. Thought I'd show you this. I got more coats of clear on this. This has its first light coat of clear, just so the ends don't peel up or anything. So I'm just starting to shoot clear on this. This will get another coat before it gets any appreciable sanding. I'll rough it up with a, microfiber cloth or one of those little Scotch-Brites just to give the underlying surface some tooth for the new paint. But once you start shooting coats of clear on, it starts looking pretty good, you know? What can I say? It starts looking pretty good. So, there you go, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out. Hello, boys and girls. Just a quick addendum to today's video. In addition to working on the American Spirit, while I was waiting for paint to dry, I had a chance to do some finish-up work on this. And as you can see, I have the motor mounted. In an earlier video, I talked about how this coupler would slide down into the coupler protector and make the motor alignment easier. It also helps if you engage the drive shaft into the coupler, in that holds that end of the motor pretty tight, and you have a lot of leverage over this lever arm. So that helps center it as well. I was fighting with one of these screws. I slipped that in, and it was like, oh, there's my alignment right there. In. So have a 40 amp speed control, same speed control that's in the mini Dom, except this one's branded 10 shock. And I really don't know where I want to exit my water. In reality, I should have the run as short as possible, and I should just dump it out right here into the flood chamber. But I think I may just wind up drilling a hole through here and putting in a fairly substantial portion, you know, that much, of brass tube, and let it end right about, you know, in the middle of the servo kind of thing. And that would be the run. So quick pickup and around. So there this thing is. It's ready to go once that outlet's done. And we'll have a maiden soon. Soon enough. I don't know if I showed you this. Okay, there's the water pickup. There it comes by the servo. So there you go, boys and girls. The addendum to today's video. Until next time, jet out.